practicing drawing squares. Squares are a little tricky for me to draw, it turns out, because squares have 4 sides and 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's their 4 sides, 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides and 4 corners. And guess what makes squares kind of special? And this is what makes them tricky for me to draw. All their sides are the same length. Squares have lines that are the same. All their sides are the same length. Their corners are all the same too. Squares. Little squares. Big squares. Big squares. How many squares have I drawn here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little tiny 5. 5 squares. Look at this book. Let's count its sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. It's sounding like a square. Let's count its corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. This book is square. Square. It even looks happy. Let's open up the book and see why it might be smiling. Hey, there's yellow. This book is called Perfect Square. We were right. It is a square. By Michael Hall. It was a perfect square. It had 4 matching corners and 4 equal sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a good square. And it was perfectly happy. Look at that big smile. Let me see your big smile. Smile. Yeah, it's a happy square. That's great. We like our shapes happy. But on Monday, the square was cut into pieces. Chop, 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 chop. And poked full of holes. Poke, 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 poke. It wasn't perfectly square anymore. So it made itself into a fountain. And babbled and giggled and clapped. On Tuesday, the square was torn into scraps. Rip, 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 rip. Oh my goodness, so many. So it made itself into a garden. Look at all those beautiful flowers. On Wednesday, the square was shredded into strips. Rip, long shreds. Shredding is when you rip it all the way down. Hey, they're green. So it made itself into a park. On Thursday, the square was shattered. Crash. Sometimes glass shatters. This square shattered. So it made itself into a bridge. Walk, 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 walk. A bridge. A boat could go under and you could walk on top. On Friday, the square was snipped into ribbons. Snip, 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 snip. So it made itself into a river. Even the fish like it. On Saturday, the square was crumpled and ripped and wrinkled. Oh boy, what a day. So it made itself into a mountain. Look out your window. We have mountains outside. On Sunday, the square waited to see what was next. And it waited, and it waited, and it waited, but nothing happened. Its 4 equal sides were confining, felt too small. Its 4 matching corners were rigid and cramped. Uh-oh. His smile. There's a frown now. I wonder what he could do to change how he's feeling. So he made himself into a window with a rainbow. that looked out on a mountain, that gave birth to a river, that was crossed by a bridge, that led to a park, that was home to a garden, that had at its center a fountain, that babbled and giggled and clapped. The end. Man, you can do a lot with a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal sides and 4 little corners. I wonder how many squares you can find in your house. Go take a look and tell me how many you find.